What's up, everybody? It's your boy Brandon Blakney, aka Brandon Lee TV. Welcome to the Live with Brandon Blakney podcast. Now, kick back, relax, and come take a ride with me because we got some big storylines in women's college hoops going on right now. I appreciate y'all showing so much love to the last video recapping week 3. But now in week 4, we've got the ACC SEC Challenge, and it's pitting some of the most talented squads in the nation against each other on the hardwood early in the season, baby. Already we're seeing the contenders separate themselves from the pretenders. And it's all going down, man. Breaking, we got Angel Reese announced back in the lineup by Coach Kim Mulkey when the LSU Tigers take on those Virginia Tech Hokies in a top 10 matchup. Hold on, man. I need some more. Angel Reese, Liz, kid me. Are you kidding me? And then on the other side, we got UNC taking on that juggernaut, those bad women, those South Carolina Gamecocks, who are number 1 team in the nation. And I really don't even think it's close at this point. I don't think it's close at this point, man. How these ladies are just blowing out everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's getting filthy out there. And then we just finished up a big game, the first game of this whole challenge. Tennessee taking on Notre Dame. And Notre Dame came back 16 down to take the first dub in this challenge. How Tennessee blow that lead? Y'all up 16? That's tough. Now, we kind of got robbed by injuries in this matchup with Sonia Citron. Also missing was Olivia Miles for Notre Dame. That's a whole lot of buckets and a whole lot of production. Basically, their starting backcourt was out for this contest. On the other side, Tennessee really had to lean on them guards, man, because Rakia Jackson, the all-world forward, do everything, was out. And I feel like it was still a great game. Both squads left it all on the court. I'm not taking it away from nobody. Shout out to Notre Dame and Coach Ivy making those adjustments. They finished 0 for 9 from 3, but still found a way to make those adjustments down double digits at halftime to have a big second half going into their bigs, dishing it off into the paint and getting some high percentage looks, man. It was interesting. The Tennessee guards, hey, they played well. They stepped up, led by a 3-headed monster, but it just wasn't quite enough. But hey, if y'all love this content, make sure to hit that subscribe button for all the latest and the greatest. And join our memberships. We got that exclusive content coming daily, weekly, whenever you need it. Now, let's get into it.
You are now locked into the Live with Brandon Blakney podcast. Here is your host, Brandon Blakney.
Now, as you can see, Tennessee came out hot and firing on all cylinders, scoring 19 in the first quarter and 18 in the second quarter. So they took that lead in the halftime. And I'm not going to lie to y'all, man. I was very impressed with Jasmine Powell as well as Destiny Wells in the backcourt. Now, Powell really just made continuous shot after shot after shot. Whenever the Vols needed a big play, she was getting it in. And then again, we mentioned Wells, too, who turned in a productive effort. And these two really carried the load for Tennessee, man. They, like I said, were making big shots and distributing the basketball, man. They came up with some big moments, and Powell actually had a chance late in the second or the fourth quarter, I should say, to tie the game at the free throw line, and she ended up smoking one of them, and that pretty much sealed the fate for the Vols. As you can see, Powell had 14.7 boards. Wells had 13, 5, and 3. A well-rounded effort. And I'm impressed with, for one, how many minutes they played, damn near the whole game. But for two, I'm impressed with the fact that they left it all on the floor. They blew a lead, but they were also shorthanded, just like the Irish, and they had to kind of play different than they're used to playing. without their All-American Rakia Jackson. On the other side, of course, we all know Hannah Hidalgo, the sensational freshman, top 5 scorer in the nation, has had 20 points in every game this season up until this point. And she's been holding down the backcourt by herself, man. We mentioned that Olivia Miles and Sonia Citron, both out, veteran leaders, leading scorers for this group last year. And they are missed, but shout out to Hidalgo. But I will say, man, Notre Dame shooting 0 for 9 from 3 really hurt them. And they had to make an adjustment because the jump shots weren't falling, especially for Hidalgo, man. Those mid-range jumpers that we've grown accustomed to seeing her make were not falling at all. So they had to switch it up and go a different route. And it ended up winning in the game. They went to their forwards, Maddie Westbeld, as well as Natalia Marshall. Both versatile bigs who just use their size and length to cause havoc for the Tennessee Vols down low. Westbell had a double-double, 15 points and 10 rebounds for her. And then on the other side, Marshall had 15 and 9. Marshall really came alive in the second half, was hitting mid-range, stretching the floor, getting to the bucket off the dribble. I was really impressed with her. If the Irish can get this kind of production from their forwards to match with this backcourt when they get full string, we talking about a real national championship contender here. I'm just letting y'all know right now. That is going to be a whole lot of action to try to stop for one team. Looking at the stats, though, on both sides, the thing that really stood out is the 17 turnovers for Tennessee. You are not going to win many games losing the turnover battle by 10. That is just tough. And honestly, it's unlike them. This was a big game for both teams, and it's kind of like a momentum builder, but it's also big because this is the first year this event's happening, and for the ACC to grab that first win, especially a very short-handed Notre Dame team, and with a freshman point guard who also had 7 assists, 7 rebounds, Hidalgo was really stuck in the stat sheet, and although her shot wasn't falling, I'll learn how to talk one day, y'all. Although her shot wasn't falling, she was pesky on the defensive side. She leads the nation in steals, so she's continuing to impact the game on both sides, and it's a great win for Notre Dame, I must say. Now, looking at the 2 games for tomorrow, we have a rematch of the Final Four contest from last year. Virginia Tech going into the Bayou Bengals spot. That's right. Going to LSU to try to get a road win. The last ranked opponent we saw Virginia Tech face was Iowa. Caitlin Clark, of course, lit them up, and they lost the game. But since then, they've been rolling. They've won 4 straight, and they're coming in hot, to be honest with you. The Hokies have a 2-headed monster, and they're led by one of the best bigs in the nation in Liz Kitley, first off. And it's good news because Angel Reese is coming back. Before we get into Liz Kitley, because she's the truth, but Angel Reese is coming back, and this is big to match up against Liz Kitley. But that was the news. Coach Kim Mulkey made the announcement. I ain't gonna hold y'all. We'll talk about the Angel Reese situation first before we dive into it. But Coach Mulkey, came out being her nonchalant self, and she's acting like we're tripping for asking about what's going on, but it's you being real shady and not really explaining it. I mean, I heard Angel Reese was pregnant. I heard that she was bad grades. Like, it was all types of stuff people were saying. And we still don't know why she missed the last 4 games. But we do know this.
So if she looks good, you're going to say she's been practicing with the team the whole time. If she looks bad, you're going to say, oh, coach just threw her out there. It doesn't matter. Angel is back, and we are happy, happy, happy. She's happy, happy, happy. She's available to play Thursday.
Now, with Angel Reese coming back, that's 17 points and 10 boards that the Lady Tigers were missing. So that's major front court production. And then the way that Anissa Morrow has been playing, putting them on the court together should be exciting. Morrow has been dominant, especially in her last two games. She scored 65 points and grabbed 26 rebounds in their latest two wins. I think it will be big if they get forward Samaya Smith, who's, can score, but is more of a defensive type forward that could really help and be an extra body for them. So she went down against Virginia, so I haven't seen anything saying if she's gonna play or not. But if that front court is at full strength, they're gonna need they got a shot because they're gonna need every big body they have. They might have to go to Del Rosario, just because of her size. You know what I'm saying? Like they have a well balanced offense, but it's hard to judge LSU because they really haven't played anybody, man. It's been Cupcake City since they lost to Colorado. They haven't really played any ranked teams, so it's kind of tough to gauge exactly where they are. But Haley Van Lith has stepped up as well, and we know the potential of this team. But looking at it, is what version of Angel Reese is going to come back? How rusty is he after sitting out 4 games? Like, it's tough to just, bring. This is a whole different team, so they're still building chemistry. So it's tough to just get thrown back into the fire after sitting out 4 games, especially so early in the season. So it'll be interesting to see if there's like a minute count and how much she plays and how effective she is. I'll tell you one thing right now. I know Michaela Williams is the truth and she can carry this team. Nita Mora, we mentioned, has been hooping. Flau'jae Johnson getting active on the board. She had 15 rebounds last game. That's nuts. So, like, they're getting a little bit of everything from everybody, and you got to respect, like, that balance. So, we'll see, who's all available to them. Big news, though, Angel Reese 17 and 10. That's tough coming back, and they going to need every big body they got because Liz Kidley is the freaking truth. And if you don't know, you better ask somebody. Kitley is averaging 24 points and almost 12 rebounds, along with over 2 assists and just about 3 blocks per game. She's one of the most dominant two-way players and low post scorers in the nation. She's got the fadeaway. She can finish through contact, soft touch, great footwork. She can do it all. And then you got Georgia Amore, who's having the best season of her career right now. She's become way more of a point guard. Like, you see the 17 points, but her almost doubling her assist average from last year, averaging over 8 assists, I think has been the most impressive aspect of her game so far. So salute to her being that floor general for Virginia Tech. They're going to need their shooters to make shots. You know what I'm saying? They're going to need their shooters to make shots. But they got a two-headed monster that's going to be tough to deal with. Flau'jae Johnson and Haley Van Lith are going to have their hands full. They're going to have to guard up. This Virginia Tech is a little bit battle tested, and I think Liz Kipley is going to annihilate them in the paint. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think this is a bad matchup for LSU, and I think they lose this game. I think Virginia Tech is too tough, too scrappy, too physical, and I think they might bully LSU, man. Liz Kipley is just, and they want that revenge. They had LSU last year and blew the lead. They're coming back for that revenge. This is a revenge game. You know what I'm saying? They're about to rematch up, and they have no answers for Liz Kipley. She's too good, too tall, too physical, too skilled. It's a terrible matchup, and I see LSU taking an L at home. Now, I expect a dogfight, but Virginia Tech is battle tested. LSU is not battle tested. I mean, look who they played in their last few games. Like Niagara, Kent State, like they haven't played a whole bunch of tough competition. And Virginia Tech has played some stiff competition, man. They're going to come in hungry. They're on the road. I think they come out and punch LSU in the mouth. On the other side, a huge matchup. I think this one is going to be a blowout. Now, I'm from North Carolina. I got a lot of love for the Tar Heels. I got a lot of love for that Carolina Blue. But this South Carolina team is something different. And the thing that sticks out to me is that South Carolina has scored over 100 points, 100 plus, in 4 out of their last 5 games. 4 out of their last 5 games hitting the century mark or above. And then on the other side, you got UNC, who has struggled to break 70 in their last 3 contests. something's got to give. And the way that South Carolina's defense is set up, I mean, UNC flat out don't have the bigs to match up with Camila Cardoso. I mean, I'm gonna just be honest with you. Ashlyn Watkins is finna eat the blocks leader in the SEC. Those two bigs are about to clean up. Then you add Chloe Kitts. Chloe Kitts, man, like that's just too much firepower just in the front court. And you look at this back court, which is just playing spooky with Malaysia Full Wiley and Raven Johnson. I mean, it's a whole lot of star power to contend with. You got Tahina Pow Pow, like it's her shooting the rock over like 55%. She's opening up things. Raven Johnson leading the team in assists, doing her thing. Like it's just too much firepower. UNC goes as Deja Kelly goes, and that's a lot to overcome. I'm just saying, man, like that's a lot of bodies that they got that they're gonna be able to throw at her and wear her down, I think. But UNC goes as Deja Kelly goes. On the year, Kelly is averaging a team high 16 points, almost 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. The 2 steals a game stick out to me. You know what I'm saying? She's definitely active hands and jumping the passing lanes. But the thing with UNC is, man, they're still trying to figure out who the point guard is. Like, nobody on the team averages over 3 assists. The closest thing you get is Alyssa Usby, who averages 3 assists, 9 points, about 10 points. We'll give it 10. We'll round up 10 points and 8 rebounds, shooting 45% from the field. They're going to have to lean on these veterans. I think the X factor, though, for UNC is going to be Maria Gagdang, the junior, 6'3", averaging 11 points. She's second on the team in rebounds with 5.6 rebounds, and she's shooting a whopping 72% from the field. I think she could be a real X factor for UNC, but they're going to need their supporting cast to step up. It cannot fall all on the shoulders of Kelly, Gagding, and Usby. That big three, they play a lot of minutes. And South Carolina is a well-oiled machine, man. They got like 5 scores in double digits right now. It's insane. That defense, I think, is just going to be too much. They're going to overmatch Carolina. Carolina's still kind of figuring out their identity, to be honest with y'all. It seems like, they're not 100% sure where their strength lies. And to be real, man, I just don't think that they have the talent or the heart to really match up with this South Carolina team. And it's they gonna have to come out and play. They gotta show us some heart because they lost to Florida Gulf Coast. And I'm kind of looking at them like they almost lost to Vermont. Like, you know what I'm saying? They almost lost to Davidson. Like they gave up 70. So I'm looking at them like Carolina got to show me some fight. They got to come out here and take a punch and get one back. But looking at the schedule and who they done played, I'm just saying, man, it is. I think it's gonna get ugly, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I think it's gonna get real spooky out there, and I think South Carolina's gonna blow this team out the water. I mean, it's looking like the Gamecocks and everybody else at this point. But we'll see, man. Y'all let me know in the comments how y'all feel. Who should we be talking about? Give me y'all's predictions. What is the next topic we need to rap about? Holla at your boy, and make sure to hit that subscribe button for all the latest for weekly content, daily videos, whatever you need. And join our memberships for that exclusive content. Until next time, hey, we out.